Dear students, just a second. Okay, in the last class, we were trying to understand subject enrollment, correct? And we were understanding that how can we, why there is a need for increasing the uh, patients. So in that, we have understood that we need a more number of patients. That is why we need to go for enrollment. What is the second reason you can think of why we need more number of patients? Nikita,
Yes, sir.
why do we need more number of patients? One is we need for the study and we need for some other purpose also. Why? Any guess?
We can compare. I don't know, sir.
Okay, and Maria?
So to get more accurate results.
There is a hidden message behind accurate results. Can you guess that? Only if you eliminate that, you will get the accurate results. Your point is correct, but there is another fact hiding behind that.
I'm not getting so.
Okay. Is it possible to eliminate the bias in the study by selecting more number of patients?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah. So in order to exclude selection bias, we can recruit many patients than what is mentioned. Like for example, 10 to 20% extra patients can be enrolled. Okay. Next fact is that how can we enroll? What are the different sources by which patients are available for the enrollment? Like this is through the magazine subscriber list. Magazine subscriber list, you'll get it. So using that, you can, um, get the patient, subject enrollment. You'll get the address. You can contact them. Are you interested in participating in our study? If they yes, you can enroll them. Enrolling doesn't mean that it is a free service. They will be paid TADA and the compensation. Everything will be paid. That is by pay enrollment of patients through magazine subscriber list. Next one is by what is the simplest means to attract the patients? Simplest mean, which we all know. Aparna,
Yes, sir.
what is the simplest means to attract the patients? Saying that we are doing the study. If you are interested, you can admit yourself. What is the way? Simplest way.
Some public advertisements, sir.
Yes, exactly. Advertisement. Through advertisement, one can attract the patient. So, who will be the other potential patients? Where do you get the patient's name and address? Any other sources? Aquina? Any other sources? Where do you get the patient details actually? Ashwin, Sony? Atira James?
Sir, is it from the hospitals?
Yeah, hospitals are from the healthcare providers, that is physicians, mainly with outpatient doctors. Like for example, clinics. In abroad countries, they're called as walk-in clinics. So there you get the address and contact details of patients, right? Even patients can, who are potential patient for the study, can be enrolled. Got it. Next, those patients who were already in the follow-up study. For example, somebody would have started the study and the patients were under follow-up. Even such kind of patients can be, uh, you know, what do you say, can be um, can be recruited. Follow the You can get the contact details of the patient from follow-up studies. Like for example, long follow-up studies will be there, no? Like 1 year, 2 year, 3 years. So their details will be there in the in the registries of the places where the studies are going on. So you can do that also. And also you can get it from the registries of professionals, like doctor registers will be there. So there also you can get the patient details. So these are the way where we can recruit the patients. One, to increase the number of patients in the study, and to second one is to eliminate selection bias. Okay. Next thing is that data collection. Next step is data collection. So we have tried understanding data collection network, correct? Where the investigators interact with each other, and they get the data. So that is what we have understood. Now, how to collect the data also we need to understand, because you're going to do the study, so it is very important for us to understand that. Now, when you collect the data, there should be some what do you say, some way of collecting. Then only the data becomes accurate, correct? So whenever you're doing any study, especially clinical study, what kind of information we may need generally? What kind of information we may need?
Sir, patient-specific information.
Patient?
Specific information related to study.
Yeah. So patient information is needed. Then what else you need? What type of information you need?
Medication.
Yes, medication details. Then one more set of data,
Diagnosis.
diagnosis. So that we call it as clinical data, correct? So demographic data, that is about the patients, medication data, that is about the drugs, and clinical data about the diagnosis, signs of symptoms, as well as laboratory parameters. Correct? So, and also study result outcome. Study outcome result outcome data is necessary, right? Because outcome can be positive or can be negative also. But either way, in either cases, you need the data. So these are the types of data what we require for the database. Now, when you collect the data, it should be useful, correct? It should be useful, reproducible, and it can be utilized for many purposes. So, if the data needs to be useful, in what way we can collect the data? Irene, anything? Can you think of that?
Sir, sir,
Hmm.
question once more, sir, please.
Now, if you want the data to be useful to you, in what way you have a plan to collect it?
Sir, to make it more accurate,
Mhm.
we can have a direct conversation with the patients.
The what type of data you are expecting by doing this?
Mm. Sir, I don't get it.
Okay. Kezia's Korean.
Sir, question is through surveys,
Ha, those are
questions.
all the methods. Those are all the methods. But I'm trying to expect what type of the way you're going to collect the data. How are you trying to do it? Whether you want incomplete data,
Complete
inconsistent
data.
data. You need a complete data. You want non-specific data. You need non-specific data.
Specific.
Yes. So the data which you're going to collect should be specific, complete, and consistent in nature. It should be only one pattern. You cannot collect one information for one patient and do not collect the same information for the other patient. You cannot do that. If you're collecting 10 information, number 1, 2, 3 up to 10, the same 10 information should be collected from all the patient. Then only we call this as a consistent data. Correct? So the data which we are going to collect should be demographic, clinical, as well as medication, and also study outcome, and it should be specific, complete, and consistent. Let us see how we are going to collect the data, right? So the data can be collected in epidemiological studies by self-administered questionnaire, self-administered questionnaire, and by interview, and by interview. Okay. Self-administered questionnaire means what? Kezia, Rachel, any idea?
Yes, sir.
What do you mean by self-administered questionnaire?
Uh, which is completed at in time.
Completed? Go
That
ahead.
designed specifically to be completed by a respondent with
Who has to complete?
researcher.
Researcher has to complete. Okay,
Or the
let
interviewer.
interview. Okay, let us ask Lakshmi. Lakshmi, what do you think?
Uh,
Hello.
Yeah, I'm listening, Lakshmi.
And the questions prepared by ourselves.
Our question prepared by ourselves. Okay. Here, I told you data collection is done by self-administered questionnaire. So what you mean by self-administered questionnaire? Do you know that? Okay, Manoj,
Yes, sir.
do you have any idea?
Sir, regarding the clinical and medical data, a set of questions are arranged
Okay. Who has to administer?
by ourselves, like those who are doing the research.
Those who are doing research or those who are patients?
Don't know, sir.
Mega, Marlin, Sarah?
Sir, a questionnaire which the patients themselves can understand.
And
Hello.
answer. Yeah, and answer. Correct?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah. So this is the way. This is a way where patient understands the questions, and answer by his or own knowledge and skill. That is called as self-administered questionnaire. Here, interviewer nor researcher will administer. Nobody will administer the scale. Patient himself will get the scale, understands it, and then give the gives the data. That is called as self-administered questionnaire. They are not influenced. But the problem is that these patients may not fill up all the data, so you may have to follow up them in order to get the complete data. Okay. The second way the data is collected is by interview. By interview. So interview can be done by who will do the interview here? Let us understand. Um, Navindran, who will do the interview here? Nikita?
Yes, sir.
Sorry?
Sir, the researcher.
Researcher, yeah, exactly. A researcher or a person who's involved in the interview will do the you know interview the patient. So researcher will interview the patient. How we can do that? By two methods. One by in person, face to face, correct? Face to face, patient has come, interviewer is there, so face to face interaction interview will go on. Next is by telephonic interview. So using a telephone, they do the interview. They'll ask through the phone what is that the questions, each question, and then they get the answer. Now, in person interview can be done in hospital, home, and also some other research site, and wherever the patient sometimes feel comfortable. See, some of the patient do not like to come to hospital because of the stigma. So in such case, they researchers who can visit their home and get the information. So there are different ways. One by the in a hospital, home, and some other site. Telephone is not a problem. We already know that. Sitting in your own place, when the patient is on the other side, sitting wherever he wants it or she wants it, and speak. Here, this way of data collection is bit costlier because through this process, interviewer can ask all the questions and get the answer. So there is no follow-up of the data required here. Whereas in a follow-up, in a self-administered questionnaire, it was a problem, correct? Patient may answer incompletely, and you may have to follow the patient. But in this case, it is not like that. You will get the complete data, but it is costlier because you need to appoint a researcher, you need to train he or she, and then they'll take it time. So considering all those things, all those factors, it is a costly method. Okay. Now this is the basic way of collecting the data. But in modern times, we have many techniques, latest techniques using computers, technology, or computer with telephone technology. So because of that, the modern field studies use nowadays what is known as computer assisted telephonic interview. Computer assisted telephonic interview. Then now what we are trying to do is that only. Say I'm trying to use a computer to talk to you, right? So like an interface. So here it can be done wherever you want it, in call center, research lab, home. So it is interviewer choice. In short, it is known as CATI, CAT, computer assisted telephonic interview. The other one is computer assisted personal interview. Computer assisted personal interview. Like it is like a Skype. So you will appear. Even this is also like that only. Sometimes the telephonic interview will have only telephonic connections. But now most of us use the same thing, computer assisted personal interview. So where face-to-face interaction through the computer can be done, right? So that is also done, and it can be used. It can be done from home, research lab, call center, wherever it is, right? So that is about this particular field studies. This is how the field studies are usually designed and executed. Okay. So if you have any doubt, you can ask. I'm going to give you an assignment on this chapter. Now, I hope you all would have got the title of your research projects, correct? Research projects. Using these parameters in the mind, using these parameters in the mind, prepare a protocol. Prepare a protocol for field study. Field study, writing in your own words all the steps. Okay, all the steps, like all the steps which we have discussed. I'll be giving the notes also. I'll be posting today the scanned copy to you all, so you can have that, have a protocol and write the field protocol for the field study in your own language for your own project. Okay, so that's the thing. And you can submit your assignment after your sessional examination. Okay, because I understand you may have to study a lot for your sessional examination, so you can do it after your, you can submit assignment after your um, you know um, sessional examination. Now Manoj will keep a track. Manoj, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Manoj, you will keep a track. So now what is the last date of your sessional examination? 18th, I guess, right?
Yes, sir. Might be 18.
Yeah. So I will the next class, that is a Tuesday. Tuesday is 22nd, Manoj. So by 22nd September, you can upload the assignment using the same serial order. The way you are using, no, the same order you can use it and give the number and you can upload it. Is it clear?
Sir,
Yeah.
hello, sir.
Yeah, I'm listening. Please go ahead. Who is this?
Sir, Irene, sir. Sir,
Yeah.
our exam last day is on 22nd. It is not on 19th.
Oh, 22nd. Okay, then you can
Yeah.
okay, 22nd means you can submit me on 25th. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
25th. I'll give you another 2 days time for you to prepare. If at all you would not have prepared it. 25th is the Friday of September. So 25th you can upload it. You can directly upload it. You know a link, right? So you can upload it. Is that okay?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
See, I understand from your assignment valuation because it is taking a lot of time and too many assignments were there in the chapter 3, chapter 4. So that is why, but some of you are not at all writing assignments. I see few students have not at all written the assignment. See, these assignments are given not for you to trouble, but the thing is that in order to know various studies, how they are done and all those things. So at the time of research, it will be very useful. And in the next year, whenever you are working as an intern in different hospitals, sometimes clinical research studies will be going on. So sometimes they try to, take your help into that. So in order to understand all those studies, you need to know the basics of that very clearly. This is the last year where you're going to study all your clinical studies and different types. And after that, you don't get an opportunity. That is another thing. And also those people who are trying to enter into clinical trials, I'm telling you that all these concepts they are going to ask you. So if you would have referred, the research articles, understood it properly, you will be able to do interview very well. Okay, so you cannot forget what all the things which you are trying to do. That is why I'm trying to tell you that please do assignments. Even I don't mind you taking the research article, same research article, but start writing in your own words. Don't neglect it. Even if you neglect it, I may give less marks. But the thing is that you lose the marks in future. Is it clear? So is there any other doubt you would like to clarify? Class test can we have tomorrow on this chapter?
Yes, sir.
Same objective type. So let us have a class test so that you'll be understanding before we go to the next chapter. Okay, that is the only thing, because these chapters are like some chapters are vague and some chapters are interlinked. So that is the reason. So tomorrow you will have your class test, again objective type for 10 marks. Okay. And are you people collecting the research article for your research projects allotted? Who is not collecting, especially from my group and also from other groups also? Say, because as soon as the lockdown opens, we are expecting that by October it may open, then the things will become very tight. then you may have to prepare the protocol. So many things will be there. So that is why in the meanwhile I'll send the protocol also. What I suggest you is that do not waste your time. Whenever you have time, keep downloading the articles will be uploaded every week, every day. So keep a track of this, because all these things are going to be asked when we have a examination, research a project examination also. So this year onwards, not like last years or previous years where you are used to write something and go, but you will have a examination where there will be assessment of research article downloaded, case collection, everything will be there. So that is the reason I'm trying to tell you. So don't neglect it. And there will be a marks for research articles. There will be a marks for the way you present. There will be a mark for the way you write it, and protocol and presentation. Everything will be there now in 5th year. So that's what I wanted to discuss. If you do not have any questions, you can leave. Not a problem at all. Or if you have anything to discuss, you can always discuss.